So this is a video response to painlessrisen's week-old video on the emasculation of men, as he calls it, with the addition of women into every military branch, or just combat jobs within the military, I should say. Now, painlessrisen is a user who I generally like. Most of his thoughts, to me at least, seem credible. They seem reasonable. I've watched a number of his videos. He's not an ignorant person. I think he is very enlightened in his own ways and certainly has opinions that were formated kind of by an experience that he's had with other people. He talks about women of color in some videos. Just different experiences he's had that I think contribute to his views lead me to believe that those views come from a person who is not ignorant. That's really what I'm trying to get at. And I want to start this by saying that I have deep admiration for his way of speaking, because I have indicated several times in my own videos I can't speak, I can't talk on camera. I get nervous, I get shy, oh my god, I'm talking. But there was one video of his that I felt this overwhelming compulsion to respond to, and I really couldn't bring myself to just kind of let it go, and that's why a week passed, and it was just this ongoing thing. Every time I go on YouTube, oh, I'm gonna make a response to that video, make a response to this video, and I've now decided to do it. So, women have been allowed into these different branches of the military that they were not allowed into, and that's combat for the most part, from what I believe. And my stance on that comes from just a common sense way of thinking, or I guess a liberal stance, or an equal stance, however you want to call it. Where I personally believe that if a woman is able to meet the same criteria that, let's say, a male in the military is able to meet, they should be allowed to serve in that same position. And he actually expressed the same stance at some point in his video where he admitted that there were women who were able to meet these quotas and effectively serve in similar positions to men. He outright said that he was aware of that, and you know, there you go. But his issue came from them being allowed into these positions. He thought it was an idiotic idea. And I guess what confuses me is that if he thinks it's idiotic or otherwise disagreeable to have women in these positions of the military, why would he acknowledge that there were women able of doing these jobs that are traditionally done by men and have been done by men since the country's military has existed until recently? Basically, what I'm just not picking up, how do you have an issue with women being able to do this job, but then you admit that there are women who are able to do it? Again, if it was extended to where there was some lighter sentence or criteria for, I'm saying sentences if they're going to jail, criteria for women to get into those branches than there were men, as if they were holding their hands, I would agree with them. I would say, yeah, that's ridiculous. They should have the same criteria. But since it is the same criteria, then why not? If they can meet it, then let them in. So that's my only confusion with his video. I think he's a nice user. Watch some of his stuff sometimes. I'm very interested in many of his viewpoints. This is just one of those things where I didn't get it, and I'm not expecting a response. So this is my opinion. Have a good day.